What about music you hate when it comes on?
I hate anytime George tries to control the music in the car. Don't get me wrong.
Jake.
He has an old soul.
He's definitely got an old
Yeah, that's
soul.
what I said. Jake. That's what I said. G-R-E-A. You heard it.
So
Anyways.
do that one?
Old soul Jake. We're doing it right now. Right?
But
So
Old soul Jake. You listen to very classic music, which I can
listen to Curtis
appreciate.
Mayfield.
Which I can appreciate at times. However, that's not the first thing I want to hear anytime I'm in the car.
yeah, this guy plays.
So-
you guys just don't know it yet.
I
this guy-
downloaded 2 songs
Feel
for him
Like
on my phone, so that when we're on road trips and shit, you have a couple of shit for you.
Oh, I'm
The
sure.
Spinners,
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah.
The Spinners.
I'll Be There.
Heard
Is
of
that a
Spinners.
song?
Well, there's 2 songs that are really good.
But that's one of them, right?
yeah, I just love
And
it.
then the second one, Curtis Mayfield.
And the Carter 3, because I'm an old soul.
Yeah, but those don't annoy me because I also vibe well with those, and I vibe well with the classic shit. But the fact that that's the only shit you want to listen to in the whip, that's why
I
I
want to
be
listen to Frank Ocean. I want to listen to Miguel. Curtis Mayfield.
Anytime you're not in the car and those songs come on, fucking skip.
Cut it.
Even sometimes when you're in the car and the song comes on, I have to fucking fight the urge. I'm like, ooh, I'm about to change
Turn
that
up.
shit.
Oh,
George is in here.
This guy's like, when did the shit face chef showdown? What do you want for your theme music?
Fili Kuti.
Feel the coot. What the fuck is Feel?
First off,
This
too,
guy never felt a Gucci in his life.
it was very strategic too because I knew that Fili Kuti would not get
Oh yeah,
marked
You get it,
by the
like,
actual like copyright just because it is so obscure. You kept trying to play your fucking ratchet
They cut it-
trap
they
music,
cut out
yeah,
half of it.
and it kept
YouTube
fucking kicking
kept
you
cutting
out.
it
But
out.
my music went through just fine.
I will say the trap music does get to me sometimes too. So both
No,
you
there's,
niggas.
there's definitely a time
Chefs,
and
not
a place
chefs.
for everything.
Yeah.
But, like I found
I 100% agree with that because I like both of them and their atmosphere.
yeah, you can't people argue and then subgenres too, like the hip hop purists, boom bap shit, and then there's Jake will old school, rap, fucking all that shit.
That's the whole thing too. It's just like every music is like what you can classify as a subgenre. Like any deviation from the formula at the slightest, it's all sudden it's its own
But
subgenre.
what I'm talking about is for each. Yeah, you can break it down and whatever. But there's people that are like, oh, I only listen to. I'm a hip hop purist. I'm real hip hop. Fuck, this
Versus
and this. I know
what's
that
not.
there's
Where do we draw
these
the
other
line?
things, but there's a time and a place because obviously you don't want to be at the club and listen to hit, huh?
I feel like
or some fucking
Oh my god. No, mayonnaise sandwich coming in too quick.
You don't,
Ooh, too spicy.
you don't want to listen to conscious, rap at the fucking club.
Fucking Brenda's got a baby in the club.
There's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, of course.
I agree with that. Obviously, I have so many different views of spectrums of music, and I feel like my playlist is so many. I got fucking rock. I got Tame Impala. I got Alabama Shakes, and then I'll jump to fucking Tory Lanez, and I'll jump to fucking Jid. You know what I mean? And so there's so many different things, and I'm like, some days I'm just fucking trying to find that song that just puts you in that mood in the morning. It's ooh, good vibes. I'm just fucking skipping.
Don't need the coffee
It's my
anymore, that
playlist.
one. Yeah.
And I put a bunch of Radiohead on the other day, and I fucking love that when I'm by myself and it's gonna be a long drive to just fucking zone out to some fucking jigsaws falling into place. Exactly. Anyway.
But the whole thing I want to say with that though, in regards to I feel like nowadays is back in the day, it's you really only had the music that you had access to in regards to where you were at locally and stuff like that. Like if you were down in the South, you only had that Southern twang, country
And the
music.
pop culture of MTV.
Yeah, and that's really your only two options. But with I feel like the internet now, it's everyone really has a eclectic taste of music. No one's I'm only this. I feel like everyone is.
I 100% disagree with that. I feel like
Really?
there are people that are just one way or the other. I feel like that's what makes these genres so popular. You know what I mean?
So all right, so you're saying I think I know.
I mean,
I know
there's
what
even
you're saying.
there's been rappers fucking, I don't know. I might be misspeaking, but maybe it was Lil Uzi Vert or maybe it was fucking Who's the other like mumble rapper that's coming up nowadays? Like one of the big ones. He had like the little dreads. No,
Travis
not Trippie
Carter.
Red.
No,
He was with Dram.
He had like a weird ass voice.
He's with Dram. The red dreads.
He had like beads in his hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
played with
yeah.
Dram on
I can't
Broccoli.
even fucking think of it.
Unless
I
you
know
can name a name.
exactly
Looks like he's got fucking Twizzlers on his hair. Fucking.
He was like popping so hard,
Alright.
like half a. Anyways,
He's-
obviously
he's
we're
got
old as fuck.
He's got like the meatball off of.
Yes, that nigga was fucking.
Fucking.
Of Aqua Twin Hungerford.
Yeah, what
name?
the fuck is his name?
He
Shout
also,
out to that guy.
he also
Anyways.
did a Sprite commercial with LeBron James.
God.
He said that he doesn't even like. He's never like listened to Tupac. I don't care who you are. The fact that you just haven't like listened to like a classic like that, and you can't deny Tupac bump. Like not every song bumps 100%, but those classics. That, California Love. You never heard that
Alright,
song,
there
and it's
are
just like
gonna
put you
be-
in a situation where it's like.
There's going to be the outliers because like why is mumble rap popular? It's because of the outliers, and given that there are obviously is enough to where those people.
Okay,
can
but I feel like you're
get
calling an outlier something that is very.
I feel like a.
So I
base-
feel like you have that group of mumble rappers and people that love mumble rap, and that's all they listen to. But you have that for every single genre, so you can't call it an outlier if it's for every genre.
So what I'm saying is-
just saying it's not all.
what
eclectic.
would be the majority would even be 30%. So I'll say like 30% of the population has a very eclectic.
Oh, I'd agree with that.
Because then you then take every
I'd
subgroup.
I'd agree with 30%. You were
30%
saying
is
majority
still,
of
but
people.
30% would still be a majority because then you have all like the minority groups in regards to like they just want country.
30%
They just
is
want-
30%. It's less than 50.
I'm saying it would be the
This
largest.
guy know mathematician.
I'm saying it'd be the largest group if you took all the subgroups with it. Type deal.
I'm not following, but. Right? You're
Alright,
where I'm
you
coming
take
from. You
100
say it's 30%.
Alright, but I'm saying, alright, 30% has an eclectic view of music where they like everything across the board.
I would
But then
agree with
then
that.
You get 50,
In a scheme of 100,
But
right?
then I'm saying, but then you have all these subgroups of 15%. 15% mumble rap, 15% country music, 15% house.
So you're saying the
tech,
eclectic
EDM.
in one outweighs
So
each
it's the
individual.
largest group out of it as entirety. Because you have
I
EDM
see what
heads
you're
that
saying.
only listen to EDM. Then you have mumble rap, and these are all 15%.
That's what you're saying.
So then, therefore, the majority would be 30%.
Is there music that you
But
hate when it
eclectic
comes up?
isn't a genre of music, so it's kind of hard to like
But I'm
bunch
just
them
saying
into
that people
that.
that can listen to anything. They're
Okay,
not these
So,
hardcore.
I'll just-
You're pretty open minded. Is there music that you can't stand when it comes up?
Christian rock.
Yeah.
Only because my best friend growing up would only listen to Christian rock. Literally, not sleep over at his house and he'd have it on his radio. And I'd go and I'd try to turn it off while he was sleeping. He literally would be like, what happened to the music?
I can only imagine.
He's like, Jesus is
When
my
that
heart."
day
And then, like, it literally,
comes.
like, I have PTSD. Like, whenever I hear him, just turn it off, turn it
All
off.
right, for me, Insane Clown Posse. Whenever you two fuckers are loving the joke, it kills me. It's
I
so
see miracles every day.
And
I see miracles in
miracles.
every
You guys wanna pause it? 'Cause
way.
I'll go smoke a cigarette
Miracles,
right now.
miracles. ICP.
Fucking magnets.
How do they work? And I don't want
That's
to talk to a
conscious rap.
scientist. But that's just
Motherfuckers
one
lying,
band. You can
okay.
say, yeah, everyone has that. I hate Soldier
Hey,
Boy.
Okay, what's the genre? Because I would hate any other song that sounds in
I'd
the
say it's
same
conscious
fucking
rap.
realm.
That would be
That says conscious rap.
clown.
Fuck. This is conscious.
This is
Oh, you don't like to
Oh,
think?
yeah.
Oh, shit, all right.
Sorry you don't got one of these, buddy.
Some guy needs some myelin sheath over here.
Get this man some
Give
lines,
this guy some
man.
lines, man.
Should we touch on TV shows we're currently watching?
Yeah.
Sopranos.
Oh, yeah.
Episode, yeah.
So I
Show
just
number 2,
restarted.
Sopranos.
I just restarted The Sopranos.
Yeah, by the way, when I came in, today he tells me, he's like, I finally finished the last episode of Sopranos last night. I'm like, okay, the third time, whatever.
I think it says new TV show. Can we
Just
please?
I walk in, and I've only watched one episode of Sopranos. It's the first episode. It's
fucking guy
halfway
calls
through on the
himself a
TV.
fan.
I'm just like, the one episode I've seen was the first one. I'm like,
I'm
are
gonna call you on
really
this.
starting The Sopranos that you just finished yesterday?
Hey, one man's toxic waste is another man's potpourri, all right?
One man's Flint, Michigan, lead water is another man's.
He's in waste management. He's in waste management. That's his
Shut
job.
the fuck up.
Also, I think something everybody can relate to is what's the best TV show of all time, in your opinion. Obviously,
Number
I'm not
one,
gonna say The Sopranos.
Number two, Sopranos. Number three, Sopranos. Number four,
Sopranos.
Number
All
five.
right, let's go to the next one.
No. We're just talking about The Sopranos.
All right, so who's your favorite comedian, and what's your favorite?
Number
bit?
one,
James
Sopranos. James
Gandolfini.
Gandolfini.
He's a method actor. He's not a joke. Don't get it twisted.
My whole thing, though, in
All right, it's been good being on the show. I'll see you guys later.
last time Chocolate Rain is here.
Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate Thunder, same thing.
Hey, George.
It's Jake.
Favorite comedian. I'm gonna have to say Chris Rock.
No, I want to talk about the shows, though. We're not talking
Okay,
about The
let's go
Sopranos.
back.
But my whole problem with The Sopranos.
I'm actually gonna fucking dip. I'm not with it.
Can we have a debate about
No,
the best
but-
TV show?
But what I do want to
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
no,
we can
but-
have that, and you
That's
can talk
not-
about Sopranos. But if it's all about Sopranos,
What?
I have no input. I'm gonna leave.
No, I want to talk about Game of Thrones. Genuinely. So,
Alright, best TV
James
show of all time.
Gandolfini not being in Game of Thrones feels like it really takes away. No.
No, you're fucking killing them.
I bet everybody watching.
Loving every
They're just
minute.
fucking busting their sides right now. Give them stitches, please.
I like the ending of Game of Thrones. And everyone fucking hates it. And my whole thing was...
I feel like they did
you
what they
need-
could with what they dealt with, but they should have had a longer fucking.
I haven't
season.
seen the show. I haven't
Some
seen
Okay.
it. What happened? How's it
yeah,
end?
it was rushed.
How's it end?
It was
That's the only
rushed.
thing I would say is that it was rushed. But I was saying, like, the way... In case you haven't seen it,
How's it end?
Steve...
I haven't seen it.
is Arya is supposed to kill...
Hold on. I gotta start them out with the show. The entire show is just every season. It's a whirlwind of you're following a main character, and somehow, in the greater scheme of things, they don't matter anymore, and they kill them off.
Literally
Every
just
single
twist.
season that happens every single time, right? And it's all built.
Oh, fuck.
That died recently.
Yeah.
So it's all built up to that last season, right? Okay, and there's a lot of other things that doesn't explain the entire show, right? There's so many different stories going on, but then the fucking last season, all the other seasons are what, 10 episodes?
How many seasons are
I feel
there?
like they're more than that, actually.
Whatever they are, they gave
There's
us
five seasons?
There's 7 seasons.
We were on the... yeah, 7 or 8.
7 seasons. I want to say that normally they have 10 or more episodes. The last season, they had like 6 episodes.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
they
just hella
rushed
long.
the ending.
And
okay,
so
but
and there was a lot to go over to complete the
Yeah.
story, and that was my disappointment is they just rushed through the ending when they could have spent an entire, they could have made 2 more seasons in.
Alright, so that's my whole thing, because a lot of people hated it because it was like Jon Snow should have actually been the one that killed
Just the rush is all my.
But yeah,
my point.
that was my number one gripe. I feel like the whole thing was like they inverted your expectations or whatever. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, that entire show was that. Every single step, you're just like, oh, this character's gonna be oh, never mind, he's dead. Oh, alright, never mind. Fuck
You
it.
like they
Story
like
ended.
they're like blue balling you on a character that's gonna be fucking dope.
So
and
the way
that's
they
like-
ended it is it's like, well, that's to be expected. What wasn't to be expected is the fact that like the entire show takes where like with one character to travel to one place would take 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's just like 2 episodes.
2
So it's
episodes,
done.
they traveled 3 places.
What
you
I
know what I
heard-
mean?
Exactly.
It's like fucking.
What
It's
I
like,
heard
that's my
was
gripe
they,
with
they
it.
put like hella money into as much money into making an episode as they would in like a short
Yeah, they did
film.
$10
So
million
they're trying to,
for a
like,
10-minute scene.
compassion.
I guess I
all
get
that.
it, but I'm
I
just
haven't seen
saying.
the whole thing.
I also feel like penny pitching motherfuckers. You better put some money into ending it the
last
right
season.
way.
That's
Yeah, it's
right.
like
I've
it's
only
your
seen-
hoorah. It's like even for like your legacy.
So-
Like, just
Yeah.
make it but good.
Everybody was like bandwagon on the 5th season, or whatever the last one, 7th.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first season when it shows the blonde girl's tits. I just remember that was really good, but I didn't see anything.
Actually, side note for
It's better
that,
than any tits you've seen in Sopranos, though, right?
Yeah.
she actually is like,
You can't argue there. You can't argue there.
she actually is like a huge prude in real life. Emily Clark, the girl that. plays
Okay,
the
this
character.
guy stalks her online. But
Yeah, what do you
back-
know
back-
her? Like,
Ah.
you had lunch with her last week?
Back to the debate.
So, James Gandolfini.
Where'd you hear this? No, I'm interested now.
You like that's
Before-
your favorite show, but the ending's trash. Like, do you have a backup show you think
Alright,
better than that?
my whole thing is like how much grief it got. It got grief for the wrong reason.